Good morning. Welcome to the shop. I'm Kate with a little shop on Maryknoll, and this is a haul. And we are hauling. It is actually going to be, well, today is April 2nd, but I did go thrifting yesterday on April Fool's Day. So I will show you those things. I will haul those things. But I went to Hattiesburg for my kids' track meet that was inevitably canceled because of the storm. However, today we're going to go to some thrift stores right here in the grand city of Mobile. So I'm going to go in and do some shopping, see if I can find anything. I'm here when the store is opening. They just unlocked the doors. And I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to attempt to film my shopping. Do you think they'll notice? I guess we'll see. All right. Wish me luck. I'm going in. I love me some Wile E. Coyote. All right, let's see what we got. The 24K Company, Special Effects, 1993. He's in great condition. Great condition. What is this? 1987. Hicksville, New York. Is that like a joke? Oh. Oh my word. an ugly with me. Hmm. Oh, look at that. That's so great. Aurora, it's clean. $1.50. This is where I get in trouble. I get in trouble because I like me some toys. So it's $5. Oof. Jeez. This is pretty. This world doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. It's in really good condition. These stickers on these paper, it's really horrible. It rips the thing. Yeah, like it just rips. But, you know, maybe you can use a blow dryer or something. Death in the dusk.
It's the right color for everything. You go last. Okay. You don't walk for a second.
Copyrighted 1928. I like that font. That's cool. Things remembered. Oh my word. I remember that. Things remembered. That was like from when I was a kid. Okay, so hopefully you were able to see some of the footage of things that I was looking at or picking up. I know we're not going to show you all the footage because that's a lot of footage and it's a lot of me looking things up, and I don't think people really want to see that. It's quite boring, especially in a place like this where my service is so slow. So I'm sure Brandon will show you some of the footage, just not all of the footage. So because of that, I am going to go through and show you what I picked up. Let's get to it. I picked up this crazy looking Bigfoot looking toy. It's from Unity Creations Limited. It's from Hicksville, New York. It is from 1987 and it works. So if I turn it on and I put pressure, I think pressure on its feet, or is this on? Oof, it was just working a few minutes ago. Hold on. It's got like, ooh. It's got to have like some amount of pressure on its feet, but its eyes light up and it and it moves its axe and it's crazy. Okay, so I paid $4 for it. It's in great condition. I mean, if you want to call this great, I mean, it's ugly, but it's in good condition. I saw several listings for this. I saw this sold for like $90 on Etsy. There's one for sale right now, I want to say in the 30s. So I don't know. I will definitely put this up on eBay and Etsy, and I'm probably going to do like somewhere in the middle, like 60, 65 or something. So that's a fun little pickup. I picked up this Wile E. Coyote puppet from 1993. It's in great condition. How cute is that? I picked up this Aurora puppet. I know, I'm like on a puppet kick, right? In this little log. How cute is that? Seriously. All right, so it's from Aurora. It is a vintage tag. I paid $1.50 for it. I'm not sure yet what year. So I'll have to look that up and get back to you. So cute. Okay. Picked that up. I didn't even look at the comps on that. I didn't even look. it wasn't worth it. It was $1.50. I'm picking it up. Okay. I put my toes into the jewelry game, and I picked up this Dutch pewter abstract cat necklace with its original chain. How beautiful is this chain? Isn't that cool? Okay, it is signed on the back. It is pewter, and it is like Jorgen something. I will definitely tell you what it is. From Denmark. I just can't read very well, especially look, like it's tiny, tiny. I need like not a microscope, a magnifying glass. Okay, I did see this is currently up on eBay for $99. It did sell on Etsy for $72. I paid $45. So I am going to list it probably in the 90s, like maybe $89.99 or $90. But I do really like it. I love the thick chain. I love the subject matter, the cat. So I think it's a fun pickup. All right, so that was $45. I paid $5 for this California book, which I believe sold on Etsy. I want to say for like 70 something. This book right here. I paid $5. I don't need to get 70 for it. I would be like really happy with like 40. It is a beautiful book. Ooh, I love photography, but it's really special to catch a certain place and time, right? Especially when that time is no more. The world has changed. Some things have changed. So anyways, I thought it was really beautiful and it's in excellent condition. So I picked it up for $5. I am going to try to get this off with a hairdryer so I do not ruin the dust jacket, because you want a dust jacket in really good shape, right? So got this California book for $5. I'm optimistic. I did buy this tapestry pillow. I love it. I mean, I really love it. There's some staining. I only paid $2 for it. So I am going to take it home and put some stain treater on it, and I'm going to steam it. And I'm hoping that will remove the stains. But I just love it. I love the green color. The back is in really good condition. So I just need to stain treat the front. Super cute, right? Okay. 3 plush. What else did I get? Oh, I did buy this frame for $4. Let's see what we got in here. I bought this frame for $4. It is from the store Things Remembered. It is this metal picture frame, and it says, "Our happy home," and home is where the heart is. And I just thought it was kind of sweet. I wasn't going to get it at first because it sold on eBay. One was sold for like $15, but then I went to Etsy and it sold for $38. So I am gonna try to list it on Etsy, probably for the same amount, $38, and see what happens. It is a good size frame. It's substantial, and it's from Things Remembered. So I think it's got a lot going for it. So I did pick that up for $4. And I picked this up for $6. There were 2 of them. I chose to go with the black one, but this is a porcelain. That is porcelain. Painted little scene on there on velvet with this frame. I paid $6 for it. So I don't know. I might try to get like 28 for it. Something like that. I have to look into it. There was another one, but it was the exact same scene, but it was on beige. And I was going to get both of them and then sell them for like $45. But I didn't think somebody would want the same image. It's the exact same image. It just was mounted on a different velvet. So I went with the black, and I will ask something like 28 for it or something like that, maybe 32, and just see what happens. But it is really sweet. It is porcelain and hand painted. So here's the back. You just hang it up. And then this says, it says Cameo. So I think it's the same company that did the two girls that I had in the bubble frames. Same company. So I picked that up. All right. And my last pickup was one that I went back and forth on. Back and forth. Left the store. Called the store. I know I can't help myself. But I bought this. Do you see this? I love it. It's a choker. It gets better. Wait. It is a flocked bow and rhinestone choker from the 1940s, most likely. It's got the styling from the 1940s. There are some missing rhinestones. I think there are 4 missing rhinestones. I am going to try to repair, because these are not diamonds, they're just glass. There's 1 missing stone there. 1 missing stone right there. So I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and see. And then there's 2 here on this one. Okay, but let's look at the rope. You've got the rope detail. Oh my word, I just love it. It's ridiculous. You've got this type of little fastener. It looks like a tulip holding onto the rope. I'm sorry that it's not. There you go. It's kind of got like this tulip look to it, which you can't really see. And then the best part of it all. I mean, not the best part. I really love the bows a lot. But look at this old fastener. It's one of those screw-on fasteners. How awesome is that? Oh my word. Okay, so technically I paid $25 for this necklace, which I'm going to put back on. Because why not? Why not? And then I paid $25 for this. Now this is the same set, all right? Same set. But this one is not damaged. It has all of its rhinestones, okay? It's flocked, and it's marked France right there. Now look at this. Look at this. You see this little pin head? You pull that out. And then the little pin comes out down the bottom. And then you put it in and you close it. Like, how awesome is that? Stop. Oh my word, stop. So there's a brooch. So I paid $50. They wanted $75, but I was like, there's missing rhinestones. Would you guys split them up? That's what I said. Because I was interested in buying the brooch. Because it doesn't need repairs. And so she went back and she asked the lady, and she said, no, she really wants to keep the set together, but she's willing to sell both pieces for $50. So I am going to put this one up that's marked in, that has France marked on it. I'm going to put this one up for, I think, $65 or $75. It's flocked. It's from the 1940s, marked France. I think it's absolutely beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. You could put this on a peat coat. You could put this anywhere, on a scarf if you wear scarves. It just, it's so great. This is damaged. I'm going to see if I can replace the glass stones. If I can replace the glass stones, I'm probably going to ask $65 for this, noting that I did make some small repairs. So I don't know. Or I could put it up damaged, and somebody who has like the money and the desire to fix it maybe better than I could. Maybe I put it up for like $45. I don't know. These are the things that I debate about. And then my husband is like, what show do you want to watch for lunch, with lunch? And I'm like, I can't make any more decisions. Can you make all the decisions, please? I have decision fatigue. Because that's what this job is. It's a lot of decision making. Nobody else can make it for you. You're responsible for spending the money. You're responsible for getting the stuff up. You're responsible for doing the research. And if there's no research to be had, like, I can't find this. I can't find this anywhere. I can't find this bow anywhere. Like, I looked, and I'm not a jewelry connoisseur. So I'm like, I'm kind of shooting blind here. But I'm going off of the fact that it's French, 1940s, and it's a highly desirable subject. They're bows. And not just any bows. They're like fantastic bows. So I just do the best that I can. And that's what we all do, right? We just do the best we can. And that's why I'm parked here. I'm doing the best I can. I wanted the shade. There is no shade. Like, shade in Alabama is so hard to come by. It's ridiculous. I'm like, we should have more trees in our parking lots. We're all melting. We should have more trees.
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
Okay, on that note, I think I will... I need to go home and film my cha-ching. So do I go home and do the cha-ching? Or do I go to one more thrift store? Oh, man. These are the decisions. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It is April 4th, and I am in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I'm here because my children are doing track, and they have a meet today. But while I'm in Hattiesburg, I am going to be going to some thrift stores. They have a good collection of thrift stores here. How do I know this? Because I was here on Wednesday for a track meet, and I took myself to some of the thrift stores, and I did purchase some things, which I'm about to show you. But I am going to go out again today. Not real long. I'm just going to see if I can quickly find some things at some stores. There were some things I really wanted at one of the antique malls, and I passed on it. And now I'm thinking maybe I want to go get it. I don't know. But let me share with you what I bought on Wednesday, April Fool's Day in Hattiesburg. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay. Let's talk about this first. This was like my first purchase of the day. It was a mistake. So let's talk about the mistake. I did pick this up at, it's called St. Edward's Thrift Shop. It was really a hole in the wall. Yeah, not very nice people and everything, but it wasn't like a necessarily enjoyable shopping experience. Anyways, I picked up a few things there, mainly for me, for like my office, which also did not work. I had to donate those things. So the trip to St. Edward's was not profitable in any way. In fact, it is one of my biggest boo-boos. This book right here. Okay, so this is James Joyce Ulysses. And it is in decent condition. I know there's a stain here, and I know there's some stains here, but it's in decent condition. All right, so you can see there's a little bit of separation, but this book is very old. It is close to being an antique. This book is 90-something years old. So that is not a big deal because the book is still very much together. It's just separating a little bit in the very beginning and a little bit in the back. Okay, so this is the American edition published by Random House, New York, 1934. This is not Ulysses' first print. That happened in 1918, I believe, in England. However, 1934 is the first year that it was printed in the United States. So I took a picture of this book right here, and what came up was a sold listing on Etsy for this book. Looked exactly like this, sans the stain, although it had its own condition issues. A sold listing for $399. Sold. Okay. So then I look at a few more listings and I see much of the same. So I know 1934 is the first edition of the American copy. Random House is the first publishing house in America that published the book. They wanted $50 for this book. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pay the $50 because even if I get $150, that'll be worth my money, you know? So I'm going to get it. Okay, well, I made a mistake. This was printed in 1934, but this is the 6th printing in 1934, not the first printing. Okay, so you don't know what you don't know. I didn't know that. I've been picking up books, but I'm not like a book connoisseur. So I didn't realize that. So this, my friends, is like a $50 mistake. Because nobody really cares about the 6th edition of this book. They want the first edition of this book. So I do have it listed in my shop. I have it listed for $99 because I am being hopeful. But obviously in 2 weeks, I will be lowering that considerably. I'll probably lower it to $70. And then I'm just going to let it ride at $70. And maybe somebody, somewhere, someday might buy it for $70. And it won't be a complete loss. But yeah, so this was a mistake. This was a very expensive mistake. And I want to say this is the most expensive mistake I've made to date. Right here. All right. So, but I was feeling good because I thought I had made a really good pickup. So I left St. Edward's and I headed on over to, what's it called? Second Chance, which is a very nice thrift store that supports like dogs and cats and pet shelters, I think. I think that's where the money goes to. Very well organized. Let me show you what I got there. Okay, let's start off with this. I purchased this crock, La Lagny. It is a French crock. It is a French mustard crock. So I did pick it up for $5. It was $4.99. So I picked it up for $5. I did see sold listings on Etsy for $28. It might be $28. So I'm hoping when I get this up, this might hit my fast 15. Why do I think it might hit my fast 15? Because it's cream color or tan, beige. It's a neutral. It's a neutral color. It is French and it's a crock. So because of those items and because of the price point, I think it might sell quickly and I'm hoping to get 15 for it. So I am going to put it up at like 28. You know what I'm saying? That's the plan. Okay. So there's that. Then I found this journal, which I paid $3 for. It's the Lion Journal by Charles Santori. That's the artist. I know you probably can't pick up on this art, but it is quite fantastic. It is a vintage journal, and it's blank. All the pages are blank, and it has little lions at the bottom. And I thought it was kind of cool. So this is something I'm only gonna like ask for like maybe $14.99, but I'm hoping it's gonna go quick. People do love journals. It is a hardcover, and I just think the art is really fantastic. So I haven't really looked into this that much, but for $3, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick this up. Brace yourselves. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay. I know. Okay, she's not friendly. She's hideous. When I saw this hanging there, I was like, get out of town. It reminded me of like a Garbage Pail Kid. You know what I mean? Like that type of gross, grotesque, but like kind of funny. So that's how I feel about her. Is she a decoration I would hang up at my house? No, she is not. No, she's not. But she is completely vintage. She is from Magic Paper. I'm sorry, Paper Magic. She's from Paper Magic, and she was probably from the 90s. So she is vintage. I have her up on my eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark store. She hangs by this little thing here. There are signs of wear for sure. But overall, I mean, she's 23 inches from the top of her hat to the bottom of her feet. She's 23 inches, and she's like a rubber latex. She's a rubber latex feeling. Anyways, I did look comps up on her, and she sold anywhere between $45 and $60. There is one person on eBay, don't ask me why, has her listed for $200. You're going to get people like that sometimes. They're going to be like, I don't know where they're getting their comps from, but I mean, they're shooting for the moon. So, I don't remember what I listed her at. 46 maybe? I might have her listed for 46. She cost me $10. She was $9.99. But because of the comps, I really felt like I could do that. I could do that. Because even if I sell it at 45, that should get me my 20. So, okay, I picked her up. All right. Sorry. I gotta put her back in this bag. All right. My next pickup was this frame that was just sitting there for 50 cents. Like, yes, please. So what I love to do is I love to get brass frames like this, and then I make lots of them, and then I sell them as a group. And I feel like that really has worked for me. So, and frames tend to be one of my bigger sellers in my shop. I sell a good amount of frames. All right, so let me put this away. I want to say that's all I purchased from Second Impressions. Sorry, Second Chances. And then the meet was canceled because of storms, and I went home. So then, oh, I forgot the best one. I bought one more thing at Second Chances. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Oh my word. It is heavy, but it is gorgeous. This is like heavy duty pottery. It is artist signed right here. And I love the colors, these different color blues with the brown, and then you've got the cotton around the outside. Forget about it. I love this piece. This is a statement piece right here. It just is. It's so beautiful. And it's heavy. I want to say, I don't know. I'm bad with estimating. I'm like really bad with estimating. Okay, I picked this up for $15, $14.99, $15. And I have this listed already in my Etsy, Posh. I don't know if it's on my eBay. I can't remember. But it's definitely on my Etsy and my Posh account for $68. So there's that. Okay. So that was my, oh, I'm sorry. I did it again. So I left Second Chances. There's a Second Impressions in Mobile. That's why I keep saying Second Impressions. It's where I buy like a lot of my brooches. Okay. This is Second Chances in Hattiesburg. After that, I went to one more store. It was Hattie's Attic, and I can't recommend that place enough. The vendors had a great selection of things. Some vendors did not have vintage in there at all, which I don't really like it when they do that. They were definitely new reproductions of things. But a lot of vendors had vintage items. And there was one or two vendors in particular that had just excellent pricing. Excellent pricing. So that's why I'm going to go back there again today. But I did find one item that I wanted to purchase before I left, and it was this terracotta lidded pot. It's finished on the inside, terracotta on the outside. There are some marks on this back side here. Look at the little handles. Stop. And the lid. Love it. Made in Italy. So I bought this little Italian crock that I just think is adorable. It's too cute, right? I purchased this for $10. This is up in my Etsy. I don't think it's anywhere else. It's in my Etsy shop. And I want to say, I don't want to say anything. I don't remember. I don't remember what I put it up for. I'd have to go back and look. So I think it's in the 30s, but I'm pretty sure it's in the 30s. Okay. So that was Wednesday. That was everything I got Wednesday. Then you saw my video for Thursday. Then on Friday, I went to a garage sale. Okay, so let's talk about garage sale. Well, I went to an estate sale and a garage sale. At the estate sale, I purchased this mug for $1. I thought I did my due diligence, guys. I really tried. I mean, I looked, but look. Tiny paint loss right there. Little tiny chip. Beautiful mug, though. Seriously. It is from Raymond Waiters, Festive Angels. I love the black background and then there's just the rich color of the angels. So I bought it for $1. I'll probably try to sell it for, well, now that I know that it's got a tiny nick, tiny chip, but it's there. It is there. So I'll probably try to get like $14.99 for it. This did comp out at a 20. So I'll just make mine lower because I have a small flaw, but it's still a really beautiful mug. So I got that at an estate sale. And the other item I got, which I forgot to grab, was a Fitz & Floyd, so cute, Fitz & Floyd vegetable stacking measuring cups. So they were made out of ceramic and the bottom was like a leafy green. That was the one cup. And then you had the tomatoes, and the tomatoes was, I'm not going to tell you what cups they are because I don't remember, but it's tomatoes. What comes after the tomato? It looks like a pumpkin. And then the top is another leafy green. And I have it in the box, like brand new in the box. And I purchased it for $15 at that same estate sale. And I have it listed for something. I don't remember. But I will have Brandon put a picture up of the set so you can see it. And was really glad to get that. It doesn't come on the market often. I see one on the market right now for $100. And I think there's like one other on the market where it sold and it was much lower. It was like 30 or maybe it was like 45. I don't remember. So I went in between. But there are no other listings. I believe there's only one other listing for it. And I think that one has flaws. Mine is flawless and has the box. So I'm very excited. I love to sell Fitz & Floyd. It does really well for me generally. So does Lennox. Those two brands, I really do love picking those items up if the price is right. And I really felt like $15, the price was right. So that was the estate sale. And then I went to a garage sale. And at the garage sale, I just bought a couple of things. I bought a cat tin for $2. It is a Japanese cat tin. It has the Japanese names on it. So I love cats, and I loved that it was like a city with a prowling cat at night, like jumping on the rooftops. I really like that. It smells delicious because what came in here were sweets. But I'm going to remove... I'm going to remove the insert because I don't need it. I'm just going to keep the tin. This might be something I just keep and put my pencils in it. I don't know what I would sell this for. Like I could sell it on eBay for, I don't know, maybe like $11. I don't think I could get very much for it. If the treats were in here, this sells for $28, I think. It might be more than that. But there's no treats. It's just a tin. On top, you have the reverse. It almost looks like the city is blacked out, like with snow, and then you have white cats. But I love this side. So I picked that up for $2. I picked up some dusting cloths for $1. They are $1. They are flannel dusting cloths, brand new in package. I'm gonna keep these and use them. And then my last pickup is a warning to us all. If you are out in the blazing sun at a garage sale and there's no trees to be found or shade to be found, it is so easy to not be able to see details. And that's what happened with this purchase. I paid $5 for this bag, which sells for $65 brand new. This is not brand new. I knew it wasn't brand new. But it looked like it was in pretty good shape until I got it home and I could see all this messed up stuff that I could not see in the bright sun. I couldn't see it. It was like too blinding. So I would not have paid $5 for this had I seen these marks on there. I would have maybe paid $2, but I don't even know if I would have done that. So this was also a bad pickup. However, I can probably redeem this one because it's got a lot of pockets in it and I love purple. And I could actually start carrying my sound equipment and stuff like that, cameras in here. So all my stuff to do what I'm doing right now is all in one place. And I might do that because I love organization and I love having things have a place. And I'm collecting more and more gadgets here to try to do these videos. And so it'd be nice to have like one place to put them all. So I might use it for that because I do love me some purple. Okay, so that concludes Wednesday and Friday's hauls. And then I will do another video to show you if I find anything today. Okay, here we go. I got swept up with the track meet and watching my kids run, which was wonderful. I love being in the moment, right? It's nice to be in the moment. And so I kind of like put aside that I had to do one last haul to show you. I did pick up one last item in Hattiesburg from Hattie's Attic. And I am telling you that I am doing this literally 6 days later. 6 days. It's crazy. All right, but here we go. This is the last item that I picked up. This beauty right here. Now, I can imagine what some of you are thinking. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, well, let me tell you. This beauty is actually Weller pottery. And Weller pottery was started in the 1800s, and I think it lasted until like 1940. I believe this is the Marvolo pattern from the 1920s from Weller. Weller is a very famous name of pottery. Anyways, I saw comps from $95 to $125. Now my mark is no longer there. It has ceased to exist. I am getting a Weller pottery book so I can confirm that this is in fact Weller pottery. I'm 99.9% sure, but you know what? I'm going to do it because this thing, not the reindeer, the swan, this right here, I believe is also from like the 1930s. And I believe this is Weller pottery. But again, it has no mark. So I do not have it marked as Weller. But I'm going to get a book because I am 99% sure this is also Weller pottery. So even though I don't have this listed as Weller pottery, it is up for sale for $140 because yes, Weller does command that type of pricing. And it sits and holds like little other fragile trinkets on my desk safe. So I'm okay if it doesn't sell anytime soon. It's been sitting here since August. So I'm very content with my beautiful swan. It is beautiful, by the way. The detail on this swan, I don't know. And then the turquoise glazing, chef's kiss, love it. Okay. Anyways, back to this beauty. So this, I believe, is Weller pottery. I am going to get the book to confirm it. I picked it up for $10. $10. And the owner and I had a conversation when I was buying it. She's like, do you know what you're buying? I said, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm buying. She goes, what is it? And I said, I'm pretty sure it's Weller. And she goes, I thought it was Weller too, but I didn't want to put Weller because the marking isn't there. And then we got into a whole conversation about, well, I've heard Weller's markings, some of them can rub off because they're not impressed into the clay or anything. So we had a good conversation. She's like, well, you're getting it for a really good price. And I said, I think you're right. I think I am getting it for a really good price. So $10, very low risk if it ends up not being, but I'm pretty sure that it is. So cheers, right? All right, that does conclude this haul. That was last weekend that I'm now just finishing up. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me. I hope to see you again on a Wednesday with my next cha-ching and what sold. I hope to see you guys over there. Until then, talk to you later.